this is Tad, mortgage agent in Toronto, and this is a pre-approval budget video. This is an example of the budgets I do for my clients based on their situation after reviewing their documents. Here's the situation for this video. First off, there are two borrowers and they've been pre-approved for a max purchase price of $800,000. They're looking to buy a house with 2 units in Hamilton, Ontario. They want to live in one unit and rent out the other. The total budget they have for both the down payment and closing costs is $130,000. They want to get a 5-year variable mortgage, and neither borrower is a first-time homebuyer. So for this scenario, we're going to show them 4 different options. We have 2 at their maximum pre-approved amount, 1 at slightly lower, and 1 lower than that. Now we're going to start at the top here, work our way down, and I'm going to explain each point as we go. First off, the amortization. This is the total amount of time the borrowers will have to repay the loan. In this case, that max will be 25 years. Next, the interest rate. So this will be what the borrowers get for their interest rate when they start their mortgage. This is just an estimate based on the current market, and it's subject to change at any time. Once the borrowers find a property they like and put an offer on it, then I'll find them the lender with the best mortgage and lowest interest rate for their situation. Next, we get the first-time homebuyer status. Like we mentioned, neither borrower is a first-time homebuyer. Moving on to the property taxes. So this is just an estimate after looking at properties on the MLS in Hamilton for houses in the $800,000 range. To finish off this section, we have the property location. Like we mentioned, borrowers are looking to buy in Hamilton, Ontario. Now we get to the purchase price. In the first column, we have their max purchase price of $800,000. In the second column, same max amount. Third, we're at $775,000, and the fourth, we have $750,000. This is so we can give the borrowers a different range of purchase prices and give them an idea of what the costs would be if they chose to buy something at a lower price. Next, we get the down payment. In the first column, we have their minimum down payment requirement. Second, we have their maximum down payment that they can put down while still staying within their budget. And for the third and fourth columns, it's the similar situation where we have the maximum down payment amount while still staying within their budget. Now we're going to talk about the mortgage insurance premium. So what is this premium? Well, when a borrower is getting a high ratio mortgage, the lender will purchase mortgage loan insurance and pass the cost on to the borrower. The cost of the insurance is called the premium, and the amount will vary depending on the size of the down payment. The lower the down payment, the higher the premium will be. For example, if we look at these 2 columns here, the borrowers would be committing the lower down payment here, so their premium would be higher if we're comparing it to the higher down payment and lower premium. Now we get to the total mortgage amount. So how are we getting to these numbers? The borrowers have 2 options to repay the premium. Option 1, they can pay it in a lump sum, or, which is what we're going to do here, is we're going to take the premium, add it to the loan amount, which is going to increase their total mortgage. So the simple calculation is purchase price minus down payment plus the premium equals total mortgage amount. And this is going to be the same equation for each of these options here. For all of them, we are adding the premium to the loan. Now we get to the closing costs. First off, we have the down payment, just like we had above. We have an estimate of legal fees, tax on those legal fees, an estimate of an appraisal, the land transfer tax, tax on the mortgage insurance premium, so tax on these guys here, and we have a buffer of $1,000 just in case some costs are higher than expected. So that leads us to our total closing costs of these amounts, and all within the borrower's budget of $130,000. To finish off, we get to the household budget breakdown, which in this case is going to be the borrower's mortgage payment, property taxes, and the rental income because they are planning to rent out the other unit. So first we have the mortgage payment, and we're going to explain how this is going to work for their variable. So when you get a variable mortgage, the payments are fixed, meaning they stay the same, meaning the amount stays the same for the duration of that term length. But the proportion of interest to principal will fluctuate depending on the Bank of Canada prime rate. This prime rate is linked to the variable mortgage, which means if the prime rate goes up, more of that payment will be towards interest, and if it goes down, more of that payment will be towards the principal. Now we get to the property taxes. So this amount here is just this 4,000 divided by 12. And we have an estimate of rental income at $1,700. This leads us to the borrower's total home expenses of these amounts here. All right, that's it for the video. Now, once the borrowers review this and they know what their max purchase price is, they can connect with the realtor and go looking at homes. For any homes that they like, I'll be able to create custom budgets specific to those properties, where I can give them multiple scenarios of, say, purchase price and down payments, so they get an estimate of what their costs might be to purchase that property. All right, so that's it for the video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care.